And I do remember for years, there was a long time where all my mom wanted to make for dinner was like vegetable stew because she was trying to eat healthy. And I was like, I hate vegetable stew. And so she's like, well, fine then. If you don't want vegetable stew, you can make dinner. So I spent a lot of time in my teenage years making the family dinner for all the family because it was either that or vegetable stew.
So what did you make?
Lasagna, pizza, macaroni. Got really good at making macaroni and cheese. Like, you'll never find anyone better at making macaroni and cheese than me.
Oh, wow. Your siblings might beg to differ.
We would have contests amongst my siblings.
You know what? I bet they would say, let's all agree that Michael makes the best so that he does it every time and we don't have to anymore.
We would make macaroni and cheese and everybody would be like, okay, scale of 1 to 10. How was that one? Oh, that was an 8. That was a 9. Oh, that one was too soggy. Oh, that one was perfect. Perfect 10, you know, like. And so I got to the point where it was almost every single time a perfect 10. And I will honestly say I make better macaroni and cheese than your family does.
Oh, you're probably right. You know what? I had a different experience with macaroni and cheese when I was a teenager. Like, my mom had always made it just like... Actually, there was some times, and it probably wasn't my mom, to be honest. It was probably one of the older kids that was making mac and cheese for everybody. But like, where there's still giant clumps of cheese, and you're kind of like, whoa, that's really strong, you know?
That's a sin.
Or powder. But when I was a teenager, I went over to my friend's house, who was actually my boyfriend's sister. And she made macaroni and cheese, and she put lots of extra milk in it. And it was almost like milk and cereal. And I loved it. And you haven't even tried it, so you don't even know. So
oh, trust me, I've put too much milk in macaroni and cheese before.
I love it. I was like, it reminded me of like eating. Stop! Don't watch the YouTube video because then you'll see Michael what he's doing. Just kidding, you can. But it reminded me of like ramen noodles or something where it's like a little bit more soupy, but you still get the noodles and stuff. And I still like it. It's like a different thing. It's like not the same as regular mac and cheese, and I can crave it and not crave the other. You know what I mean? Like, I really like it. So I started doing that when we were married. He's like, this is like a 2. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, I'm reading your mac and cheese and it's horrible. I'm like, well, I did that on purpose because I like it that way. He's like, what? Yeah.